Good morning, welcome to Shawnee Hills Workshop. It's about 6:30 a.m. Sun's just coming over the top of the trees there, and I've got a few hours before work this morning, and I have something I want to try out. So tomorrow, my plan is to fell this big dead tree behind me. It's been dead for a couple years. It should have been fell a long time ago. I don't know why I haven't, to be honest, but it's on the to-do list, and that's what's going to get done. But before I do that, I want to limb up all these limbs here. They're so dead, I can just envision as soon as it falls that the limbs are just going to explode. So I want to get those cut up as high as I can to keep myself as safe as possible when I fell it tomorrow. But I've got a new tool. If you've been watching my channel for any time, you know that I've got quite a bit of DeWalt tools. It's not that I think DeWalt's any better than any other brand, it's just what I started with, and then once you're in a system, you tend to stay in that system. Well, I've got the DeWalt 12-inch chainsaw, and I've come to love it. If I'm just grabbing a chainsaw for a quick cut, it's what I grab. I don't grab the gas saw anymore. But if I'm going to fell a tree like I'll be doing tomorrow, I'm going to use my gas saw. I almost bought a gas saw for this job, and I started thinking, most of the time it's small branches. It's not being used a lot, it's just a little here or there. I may even want to carry it on the mower and just limb trees on the fence line as I go. And I thought this would be a perfect situation for a gas saw. I picked this up for $149 with no battery. I've already got plenty of batteries, and we'll see how it does today. All right, so first glance review. It's kind of got this plastic joint that it screws together. I don't know how others are made like this. It's kind of like the chainsaw, how there were some toolless screw on and off caps that they just seem kind of cheapy, like they break. This seems like it would be the failure point. There's a little bit of wobble at that joint. Every pole saw may be that way. I'm not a pole saw expert by any means. I like that the bar takes a Allen wrench, unlike the chainsaw, the DeWalt chainsaw. It takes just a little toolless plastic quick turn that I don't care much for. It's really top heavy, just like the Weed Eater, because the motor is all, suspended at the end of this pole, and once you put the other section in, imagine it's going to be even worse. But that's to be expected with an electric saw. The motor is right there. With a gas pole saw, it's like a Weed Eater, and the engine is on the bottom. So we'll see. I'm going to get this thing filled up with some bar oil, and we'll start cutting. It's not a chainsaw unless you get bar oil everywhere. So the first test is passed. It's another one of those tools that you don't use often, but when you have it, it just makes life so much easier, and I'm glad that I was able to get it. You know, limbing that up is so easy, you know, a lot less risk than being up on a ladder. first impressions of the tool in general is just what I thought it'd be. It works great. It, you know, the thing about a battery saw is it's not, in my mind, a professional tool. It's more of a homeowner, landowner tool. And again, it's not for felling a tree. It's more for limbing things up. And you know, I use that 6 amp hour battery. It's still on full charge. I can see myself keeping that in the shorter mode on the mower with me while I'm going around the fence line and just limbing up any little branches that I can't reach. I'm seeing start. You know, it's not a necessary tool, but if you got some branches just out of your reach and you're already in a cordless line, I would say get it. It's so much easier than trying to start the engine when you want to use it. You just pull the trigger and go. That's where I think battery power really shines. You pull the trigger, cut, let off the trigger, it stops. You might not use it again for another, you know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 seconds, but you pull the trigger again and it goes. You don't have to restart the engine every time or let it sit there and idle. So, you know, I think for general maintenance around the property, it is a very good tool and superior to gas in that respect. Well, it's kind of nice to get up in the morning and get some work done before actual work. It's a nice cool morning, which is also nice. I've been trying to do more work in the mornings and evenings both because it's so hot during the middle of the day this time of year. But if you like this video, click that thumbs up. If you don't like this video, click the thumbs down. Leave me a comment and tell me why so I can try to get better. You know, I'm definitely not a professional YouTuber, just trying to do the best I can. If you're not already, click that subscribe button, and if you'd like to get notified, click the bell button to get notifications when I post a new video. They seem to be coming out a lot more often now.